All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally heading out on track. So since you last saw me driving out of the showroom, I've been a very, very good boy. We have yet to give it the beans because of the break-in period. So brand new engine, tolerances are really tight, especially a high performance engine like this. They want you to break it in really gently. So I've barely taken it over 4,000 RPM. So the car now has 1,900 kilometers in quick time. And the first thing that strikes you is how incredibly comfortable it is for everyday use. It's a really, really comfortable, usable car. The clutch is light, the gear shift is light. The most surprising thing of the lot is with the suspension in comfort, it's got adaptive suspension. It's actually really comfortable on an everyday basis, and even cruising on the highway, it's a really, really comfortable car. What we have not done as yet is explore the performance potential and the performance envelope of this car. And that is what we're about to do right now. So I've set the car up with the engine in Sport Plus, gear shift assistant is off, chassis is in Sport Plus, steering is in Comfort because I don't particularly need the steering to be overtly heavy. Brake, which you can adjust, is also in Comfort and not in Sport, because I heard about some instances where in Sport people on track were actually losing braking, which is probably not the best. DSC is off, and M traction control, which is a 10-stage traction control, is in number 3. So we should get a little bit of slip if we can put enough power down through the rear wheels. So first impressions are that the front end is really, really sharp. You can get the rear end to rotate on the power, and it has a lot of grip and it has a lot of power. These seats, while they're not the carbon buckets, you can adjust the bolsters, so I've got them as tight as I can, and they're actually pretty good. They're not really meant for the track, but they hold you in place, and this is certainly, especially with the manual gearbox, because you're playing footsie with the pedals, and I'm trying to left foot brake as well in some instances, so it keeps you pretty busy, and it is pretty engaging. So what I can tell you, as you may have noticed by that slide, is that with M traction control in mode 3, or with M traction control set to 3, it actually allows you to get full lock sideways without cutting the power. So it's pretty entertaining. And like all BMWs, the rear end is really lively, the chassis is really, really balanced, and this is a car that you can really enjoy pushing to the limit. Engine is relentless. It just pulls and pulls and pulls, and you can rev it all the way to its 7,000 RPM redline, and it is smooth throughout the rev range. Clearly this car is, with the manual transmission and with my ham-fisted driving skills, it's not going to be anywhere near as fast as the automatic, but it's a lot more entertaining. But my takeaway from these couple of laps is that it feels totally comfortable on the track, it feels totally natural on the track, and it does not feel like you're abusing it. It doesn't feel heavy It doesn't feel unwieldy. All the fears about it being maybe the M2 being dulled down or being too heavy or being too sedate, I think are unfounded. It is really, really, really entertaining on track.